What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast. I'm here today with a very special guest, Joseph Vore. Can you dig it? What's going on, man?
Good. It's good to be here.
Yeah, how you
Good to
doing?
see you. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We're here today because last night we just finished watching the last two episodes of The Last Dance. We're super stoked about it. Personally, for me, it's one of the best series that I've ever seen in my life.
I really enjoyed it, and it's come at a time where it was very needed, where something to look forward to, but at the same time, it hurts to know that we were robbed because I feel like it would have been so cool, especially like picture this, right? It was originally supposed to air on the off days during the NBA Finals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No
So
way.
imagine if we had LeBron in, who knows, maybe, Giannis got hurt. Maybe LeBron, he keeps picking up momentum. Maybe he wins an MVP this year. It was in the books, if Giannis continued to miss
Lakers
games.
were having a great season.
Yes, they were. So
they were headed for it.
So LeBron in a possible MVP year, that's a big if, but then he's in the NBA Finals going for his fourth title with his third different team and, facing off against whoever, maybe it was the Bucks, whoever he was playing, it didn't matter. And then you have that going on the off days. I mean, June would have been the best June of all time.
So you think the Lakers were going to the finals no matter what?
I think that they were. I think they were playing extremely well, and just that duo of LeBron and Anthony Davis, in the way that they were playing and clicking, it seemed like they were starting to peak at the right time. LeBron didn't go to the finals last year because he wasn't in the playoffs. So for me to bet against LeBron not to go to the finals, we haven't seen it with him being able to participate in the playoffs in, a decade. So it'd be hard for me to bet against LeBron if he's one of those top 8 teams in the West.
That would have been so entertaining. Just so much entertainment packed into just a couple of weeks. But, I'm glad that it did air due to the whole coronavirus thing. No one else has got shit to do anyways. So it's been great watching it. I'm sad that it's over. But the episodes last night, I was surprised because Michael Jordan has his famous flu game, right? Everyone knows it as the flu game.
Right.
It turns out it wasn't even the flu.
Right.
It was food poisoning.
Yep.
Why did nobody know this? Why didn't Michael Jordan just be like, no, you guys are wrong. Correction, it was food poisoning.
Well, I just love watching the dynamics because you look at the style of play, you can look at the scores, but then you also look at this thing, right? Something that happened outside of the court. Everyone would have known exactly what it was. They would have known exactly who did it. All these things, if social media, if it was in the, if it was in the,
it was an era of no social media,
right? And you heard Jerry Sloan in his press conference after the game. Now, whether he meant it or not, he was like, he had the flu. I had no idea. I'm just learning about this. Did everybody know this? Like that would never happen now.
Yeah,
everyone would know.
We're in the era of information, so
yeah.
So I mean, I was absolutely shocked, and the fact that they said that, so 5 guys came and delivered a pizza, and everyone was sketched out about it, and MJ's just like, oh no, I'll eat it. Just being the alpha goat that he is, he's like, oh, I'm not scared, and he eats the whole pizza, and then he gets horribly sick.
Well, here's my thing. Michael Jordan, I think this is bad on the guys that were with on his crew. He should be treated like a dictator. He should have like a taster to make sure he's not getting
so
poisoned,
true,
right? Like he's, like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, they got like 5 people
or whoever. It's like, well, this has got to go through before you can have this slice of pizza. It's got to go through 5 people. We got to make sure nothing's in there that's going to kill you, and then we'll let you eat the pizza. But yeah, that was just so crazy, and that was just him, basically being like, well, I'm hungry. It's the end of the night. Just give me my pizza, and so I can just get to bed and feel better. And he didn't feel better. He felt a lot worse.
Not at all. But I mean, just the sheer drive that he has, and I think everyone just looks to that as like, I don't know, an inspirational moment, because it just proves that if you have a tough enough mind, that you can essentially get through anything, not just in sports, but in life in general. So I think that's just like something that people need to see. It's really inspiring and encouraging in every sense of the word. I mean, I think about everything I'm going through with my arm right now, which sometimes I feel down on myself. I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm never going to get better. And, just seeing the mentality that Michael Jordan has and everything that he does, I'm like, wow, if I can have that kind of mentality, I can do absolutely anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was mind over matter. Have you ever played in a sports game where
Yes.
you've been really yes,
I've played a sports
and that's
game.
the episode where you've been really sick?
No, I have not.
I played in a football game, my junior year. I had strep throat, really bad fever, was really, really sick. And you aren't yourself, but like it was mentioned briefly in the episode, it's weird what your body does as a competitor, as an athlete. When you're sick like that, you're so much more focused. People play.
It's like an out-of-body experience.
It is. I played incredible, and there's all kinds of other games that aren't as famous as Michael Jordan's flu game, where people have been really sick, and they come up and they have some of their most iconic games, most iconic moments, and the way that your mind, because your body is sort of betraying you for this time because it's sick. There's something in it. Something has happened that it doesn't like, and it's trying to fight off. But what your mind does during this is euphoric. I think back to it, and it's almost like, man, I really don't want to have strep throat and be sick again, but to feel the way that I did and the way that my mind was processing everything, because it had to, right? It was, athletics are usually, go out there and play, be free, fly around, let your body take over, don't think about anything. But it's the complete opposite, and it's just truly an amazing feeling. And for him to be up all night, throwing up, missing shoot around to play, 44 minutes, score 38 points, and win an NBA Finals game in Utah with 20,000 Mormons screaming like hell. It was incredible. It really just is incredible.
Like Drake says, the power of the mind is not a joke.
That's right. That's right.
Drake said it.
Yeah, he did.
And he wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't. And honestly, I think you could use, obviously, when he said that many years after this game, but the way the documentary jumped around, I think it's okay just to throw it in, be like, oh yeah, remember when Drake said this right after the flu game? Yeah,
could have. That's the one thing I got to say. The one thing I didn't like about the documentary is how it went back and forth so much. It almost was a little confusing.
Yeah.
Whereas I almost wish everything was just in chronological order.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. It was just a lot of okay, are we back in '93 or is this '96? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I understood it. I put two and two together. I mean, I'm smart enough, just
Right.
barely smart enough to be able to do that.
Right. You just
if it was a little more out of order, I wouldn't have understood anything.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's in no condition to play. He plays almost the entire game. He scores 38 points.
Goat.
He has the game-winning shot, and that's why he's a champion through and through. He's an all-time competitor in the history of sports.
And that's what I say all the time. If that was me, I definitely could have done that too. So
That's what I think every night before I go to bed.
Exactly. I mean, when I was watching the documentary, it's
Right.
almost like I was watching myself. And that's where I'm going to end this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you like the Man Cave channel, be sure to subscribe. Follow Joe. Thank you for coming on as a guest today, man. Good having you. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Boom, 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 boom.